Hi, Dylan. It's Mr. Ramirez. This video is going to be going over your Algebra 2 Unit quiz, Quiz 2. So please follow along. Take some notes if you will. The thing you seem to be having a lot of problem with is the synthetic division questions and understanding where they're getting their values and solution sets from. So we're going to go over some of them from the quiz specifically to show you just very, very slight things you're missing that I believe the second you see, you're going to immediately yeah, I was just saying your text. You're going to immediately see how easy it is to read these. So the first one I want you to look at is number 5 on your quiz from your last taking of it. It's the synthetic division problem set up as so. Divided by a value of 3, 1, 1, negative 14, 6, 3 here, 12 here, negative 6 here, giving us a value of 1, 4, negative 2, and 0. And it's asking us, select the correct equation represented by the synthetic division problem above. So if we look at this one here, our answer is this here. And the one you selected was literally 2 symbols away from the correct one. So I want to show you exactly what you do to find the solution set. We first have to identify the number of polynomials here. We have 1, 2, 3 polynomials here. This 0, because it's a 0, doesn't count as a polynomial. It doesn't count as a value. It won't represent it in our answer. But these 3 will. And the order it goes is whole number, x, x squared, and then it would be x to the third on this side if there were 4. But because there's only 3, we go whole number, x value, x squared value. And that's why it should be 1x squared plus 4x, because it's a positive 4, minus 2 is be our answer and our solution here. And the one you had selected was negative x squared minus 4x plus 2. So it has to have this answer in there, but now what are we dividing by? And to do that, we have to look at this value here as well as this top value here. This value is actually a solution to a solution set or a solution to a polynomial. You've seen stuff where it's like x plus 2 after a quadratic formula or something, and you get that x plus 2. But remember, the actual solution for x is after you do the algebraic expression of setting that equal to 0, you get x equals negative 2. And it's that number that would go here. So if we know this is up here as a positive 3, we know the solution, or the thing we're dividing this big number by, is actually going to be x minus 3. So we're dividing this by x minus 3, because if we solve this or set this to 0, add 3 to both sides, we get x equals 3. And it's that 3 value that we placed here. Now for the last final part, like I said, we got to look at these 4 values up here. And the same way that I said it's going to be a whole number, x, x squared, x cubed, same exact thing up here. So whole number is 6. The x is going to be negative 14. X squared is going to be 1, and x cubed is going to be 1. So if we write that out, the x cubed was 1, so 1x cubed, plus an x squared, right, minus 14x, because it's a negative, and then a positive 6, so plus 6. And so these are the 3 values, and specifically, this is going to be divided by that, which equals that. So if we write out that whole expression, we should be getting x cubed plus x squared minus 14x plus 6 divided by x squared plus, divided by x minus 3, my fault, equals x squared plus 4x minus 2. And that's the answer choice we have to look for. Sorry about this discrepancy here. My brain shut off for some reason. I put that value down. And that's why it should be this one, or the second answer choice on that quiz. So just be careful. That's all you have to do is realize this value is going to turn pretty much the opposite of what it is. If it's a negative 3, make it to a positive, but a positive 3, make it negative, giving us this value of the x minus 3. This is our solution, which we simply just convert using whole x and then x squared. And then here we just did the same thing, value hold x, x squared, x cubed. And that gives us our solutions, what the actual equation looks like for the synthetic division problem. So I know those ones are a little bit tricky. Hope that helps a little bit. If not, we can go into more depth on that one. This is just kind of a quick solution to one of these. The next one on here that I see you're having a little trouble with is, again, one of these synthetic division ones, but I want you to do that one kind of on your own. In fact, what we're going to do is I'm going to write down the problem. I want you to try to come up with a solution before I am done. I want you to work it with me. And if you're getting lost, I will be saying what I'm doing, just in a bit of a slower pace. So same way, it's number 7 on your quiz. Same type of question. Gives you a synthetic division workout here to -4, 1, 8, 14, and then -8. And this here being a -4, a -16, and an 8. And giving some values of 0, -2, 4, and 1. The first thing I like to do with synthetic when I'm trying to figure out going backwards from this to an equation is I always like to start with this value out here as the easiest one. I have a -4 here, so I'm simply going to flip that sign because I know we're dividing the number originally by now x plus 4. And again, that is because when we set that equal to 0, solving for x, we're going to get -4 on both sides, equals -4. And that's how I know it's this value here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look up to here, and I'm going to go, okay, well, we're going to start with the whole number. So it's going to be a -8. This is going to be the x value. This is going to be x squared value. This is going to be the x cubed. So we'll go from left to right, or we can go right for left, whatever works for you. Just remember, the farthest right value is going to be the whole number first. So we have a -8. We have a positive 14, and we know after the whole value comes the x value. We have a positive 8, and then after the x value comes the x squared value. And then we have a positive last value of 1 x cubed. And then finally, our solution set. Again, the 0 is a 0, so it doesn't count as one of our solutions when we're doing a whole number to x squared to x cubed. So we start here, and this is our new whole number. It is -2. We have a positive 4, and after the whole number comes the x. And then we have a 1 x cubed. And knowing all this, we can now write out our expression being x cubed, this one here, plus 8x squared plus 14x minus 8 divided by x plus 4, giving me x cubed plus 4x minus 2. And if we look on our answer choice, that is answer choice A. X cubed plus 8x squared plus 14x minus 8 divided by x plus 4 equals, I did make a mistake. This shouldn't be a cube, it should be a squared. And that's why it's important to check your work and also realize we all make mistakes. Remember, it goes whole number, x squared. Me writing an x cubed there was a mistake, and I'm glad I caught that because that should be an x squared. And we can see that in our answer choice, it is x squared plus 4x minus 2, giving us our final answer here. So again, that's another solution on how to do these. On those ones, just take it easy, take it slow. Start with the smallest one, work your way to the medium one, and then work on the big one. Just a little order. All right, 1 second. I have a student texting me. Alrighty, on to our next problems I saw you having a little trouble with. This one simply was divide using synthetic division. That is number 10 here. So we're going to set that up in 1 second. Again, I'm so sorry. It's messaging me. 1 second. I'm so sorry. Let me freeze my camera here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so this is actually solving one of these synthetic division ones. You were also very close on this one. Um, it was just the final answer input that you put in that was the mistake, and I think it was a very simple mistake. So we're going to work through this one. I think based on your answer choice, I think you know how to work through these. So we're using -4 synthetically divided into 1, 7, 2, and -40. So, like we do, the 1 comes down just immediately. We take that -4, multiply it by the 1, we get -4. 7 plus a -4 gives me a 3. 3 plus, sorry, -4 times 3 gives me -12. 2 plus a -12 gives me a -10. And -4 times -10 gives me a +40. And then -40 plus 40 gives me 0. And just like we did before, now we're going to assign values, the x values to these problems. Remember, the 0 is now gone, so we're not even going to worry about it. Start with the whole number. We have a -10. After the whole number comes the regular x, which is a +3x. Followed by the x comes the x squared. We only have one x squared, so just x squared. And we get x squared plus 3x minus 10. You had put you had put the solution x cubed plus 3x squared minus 10x, and that is going to be incorrect because of that 0 value, because that 0 value is no longer in place. Just cover it up, it's gone. So now remember, whole number x squared, and that is number 10. Oops, sorry, write that down. So past number 10, that's just really actually basically it. A lot of these are finding roots to solutions, and I would just have you be wary on the negatives and positives of the roots, because you seem to understand those. You just seem to get the roots mixed up there. But most of these are just synthetic division or figuring out the synthetic division. So I hope that helps you with these ones. If you're having trouble with the root ones, let me know. We can make a little video over that and showing you, or I can make a video over that showing you how to do those and how to work through those as well. Because it's another just process of elimination and just picking out what goes into what. Similar to synthetic division, just a little bit different. So I hope this helps, Dylan, and let me know. Thanks. Bye.